Hello guys, this is IDQ, and in this video we'll talk about the new playstyle of TA. So it's sort of a mid-lane centered guide.
If you like this type of content, go to gamersclass.com. For just $9.99 a month, watch masterclasses with pro players, join exclusive live sessions, and get 24/7 access to coaches and other high MMR players. Get full control of your ranked games and start owning with our Supreme Dota 2 membership.
TA is actually sort of underrated right now. I believe the hero got some much needed buffs. For example, W got buffed a lot, mild. Cooldown got reduced, mana cost got reduced, and damage increased. So obviously 3 aspects of the spell got increased in value. And besides that, the talent tree, as we can see at level 10, you have plus 100 side blades range. So what people are doing right now is going that talent and then buying a Dragonlance. And then you have a lot more range on side blades. It gives you 230 bonus attack range, plus 100 from the talent, that's 330, and then if you buy a Dragonlance, it's going to be another 140, so it's 470. Besides your just natural attack range, as you can see there, 160. So you have like 600 attack range, which is a lot, and this doubles it. Split range multiplier, so you can basically hit from this tower sort of there, from your tower to the enemy mid laner heal with side blades. So it's really strong, I believe. Let's see if it has an impact in this game. Obviously I think it will do really well. The Desolator build is also still pretty good. However, a lot of people are going for this type of build because it's a lot cheaper. So instead of buying a Desolator, which is like 3,500 gold, you get the Dragonlance, which is a lot cheaper, 1,900. And you can also just fight a lot faster. You're useful in more ways than just having a lot of damage, but you need a blink to function sort of. So now you just enable your hero to do a lot more than he used to. Another thing that got changed about TA that I believe is really good is this shard. He got buffed right now. As we can see, shard silence duration increased from 0.53 second maximum to 1.5 to 3.5 maximum. So basically the change means that you have at least 5-second silence if you buy a shard, if there's a trap placed down. So usually you just placed a lot of shards, so you have vision, or in waves if you want to kill waves because of the damage that it deals. But now if you buy a shard and you place it in lanes, the opponents are afraid to push the wave because they can get silenced. So for example, something like a Storm Spirit, Queen of Pain, Anti-Mage, a lot of heroes that want to split push are sort of getting countered by the 1400 gold item, which is not that much, especially for TA's farming speed. You can just silence someone for 3.5 seconds, maximum duration on 7x trap, and then you just place another trap down and you have 5 seconds of silence, 5 second worth of silence, without Orchid or anything like that, just for 1400 gold. So it's really good because of that. The hero in the laning stage is quite easy. We're watching Yawar right now from Quincy crew. I believe he's not a mid lane player. I'm not very familiar with North American players, or in general American players, but I believe Queen is their mid lane, so he's a safe lane carrier. That's why he's not doing that great. I mean, he's still decent in the mid lane, but he would be doing a lot better than Invoker if he was actually a mid player. He's actually really good against Invoker. However, he made some mistakes in item builds and other stuff. But that's not the main point. The main point is that hero can farm a lot faster right now, because this hero only needs mana to farm. Obviously, you just need refraction. You get 75 bonus damage at level 5 as he's right now, 3 levels in Q. So you can't really miss any less hits. You have pure damage to secure less hits with side blades. So you're doing really great in the laning stage against like almost any hero. One hero that you kind of not want to pick it against would be Viper, but that's about it. Maybe even Razor, but against Razor it's okay. The hero farms super fast in jungle, as I said before, because of the side blades. Refraction gives you a lot of damage, so you just farm a lot. And you will come online a lot faster because of the Dragonlance. This hero only needs mana, as I said, since no hero can really burst you through refraction and stuff like that. You will just get a lot of bottle charges right now because of the bounty runes and the water runes. So you're secure to have mana. You're like guaranteed to have mana. You can also fast super farm stacks really quick because of your side blades, as I said before. You can also stack with Psionic Trap. Since it does damage, you can just pop the trap at, I believe, 50 seconds, 51 seconds, I'm not really sure. Should test it in the lobby, and then you just make a stack without even being there. So you can farm another camp in anywhere in the map, and then you can just get a free stack for yourself. If you have a trap here, you can be farming this or whatever, anywhere on the map. And if you activate the trap, you can just make a stack for yourself. Even multiple camps, if you're just skilled enough. So what you want to do is get a bottle, get boots, so you can rotate from the lane to the jungle as fast as possible, then get threads, as he's doing right here. Maybe if you want to upgrade the raid band, it should be a good idea. Especially if you just start with a circlet and slippers of agility, instead of how he went for it. But either way, it's okay. And then you can just buy a wand if you need mana, since you will be fighting a bit earlier, because you will just hit a power spike faster than your enemies with the Dragonlance. You sort of need the magic wand, so you're able to fight more efficiently. Skip ahead a bit right here. He's first in network, but he should be a lot more farm, to be honest. He didn't farm enough, in my opinion. But you know, that's just my opinion. I believe he made a few mistakes. This is the moment, I guess, when he gets the Dragonlance. So this is what we should be watching to see his playstyle change. As you can see, he gained a bit of advantage over the opponents in the gold department. He is 500 above the next guy. When before I skipped, he was like equal with a 3 opponent cores, and right now he's ahead of them. So he got the Dragonlance minute 11. I believe it's possible to get the level minute 9, 10 very easily, to be honest. Since a lot of players have Mithril Hammer by then, and it's sort of similar gold. So as you can see, he has plus 100 side blades range. With the Dragonlance you have a lot of attack range, and also it's only level... Oh yeah, you should be maxed in side blades also, instead of going for meld, to be honest. Since you just want the synergy with the Dragonlance and the the talent, obviously. This is the first engagement that he participates in. Okay, he's hitting the camp there, from right here. So imagine this being in a team fight, when heroes are just stacked up and stuff. As you can see right here, let's just slow it down a bit. From here, this is going to hit there soon. Look at that. How much of a range it is. Like, it's much more than a hero normally can hit. From there to there. And it's only level 2 in side plate. So possibly could hit right here, from where Legion is sitting. But just imagine any hero in this range, they would get hit by pure damage from a TA that has 225 damage. So that's a lot. It's really strong. Oh, he hit Invoker, I believe, also. The hero is pretty good at putting a pace on the enemy, since you can take Roche with Meld. You just decrease the armor, and you can kill it super easily. Also towers whenever you have a Desolator. Blightstone is pretty good item on the hero, because you wanna decrease more armor with Meld. So it's really good because of that. As you can see right now, his farm is increasing a lot. A lot more CS. Obviously the hero is a farming machine. Afterwards you can buy a Desolator like he's doing right here, or you can buy a Blink Dagger to be even more mobile. However, TA as a hero sort of needs a BKB to function, since you don't really have any disable and stuff like that. You really need to be able to hit people. So try getting a BKB, sort of time it whenever you the Aegis expires. If you have a Desolator, let's say 50 minutes in, 50 minutes in to, let's say, 70 minutes in, with the Dragonlance, you should be getting a BKB when your Aegis expires. Or if you feel like you're losing Aegis in a team fight, you can buy a BKB so you have it afterwards. So after your moment of strength, by that I mean when having Aegis expires, your Aegis expires or you die, you should have another moment of strength to be strong again with the BKB purchase. So try to time it like that, sort of. Especially first Aegis. The hero is also really good, as I said, because you can get Rosh very easily. But now the Roshan is even more important, especially the second one, because of the shard. So you can like just get a shard without even needing to buy it. So this is the moment he got Desolator, 15 minutes in. It's a really good farm right now. He got 3 kills, 141 CS, so it's really good. He increased the farm a lot compared to what he had before. Obviously it's also because the enemy heroes don't threaten him a lot. The counters to TA would be something with AoE and a lot of stuns, obviously, as I said, because you need to hit people, since you can't silence them unless you have a shard, or you can't stun them or stuff like that. If the opponents have only single target spells, you're really good against them. For example, Mirana Arrow, Mirana Starfall, you can just block all the damage with Refraction, and you don't really care about anything that she can deal to you. Same as Wind Reviver, W, Legion Duel. Legion can duel you, but you won't really do anything because of the Refraction. And some of Invoker spells also. Tornado is single target, EMP single target, Meteor not, but Deafening Blast is also single target. I mean, single instance of damage, this is what I mean, right? So Arctic Burn is something that could mess up her, positioning and stuff like that, because she won't be able to blink out, because it can burn through Refraction, same as Invoker's Meteor. So soon I believe they will take a team fight and go Rosh. That would be my plan if I were playing this game, simply because it's a lot more farm. Yeah, just go Roshan instantly actually, because it's a lot more farm than an opponent. As you can see, Roshan just falls very fast. He got Aegis easily, and then you can just take a team fight, and you're surely going to win it, because you're so much more farm than the opponent, because you can just pure damage farming. So it's really good because of that. Afterwards, just buy a blink and you can just two-shot the supports because of the minus armor that you have. Minus 12 armor in this spell. I mean, actually minus 8 armor, but then minus 6. So it's minus 14 armor, I believe. And that's a lot. Minus 14 armor. A lot of heroes don't have 14 armor. Invoker has 14 armor right now because of the Aquila only. So it's 0 armor, so he takes pure damage from physical damage. And TA has, when he's pressing a Refraction, as we will see soon, a lot more than that, so she can just basically two-shot him, most likely. Since this it gives you bonus damage also, 200. So it's a lot of damage. Let's look at other heroes. Mirana doesn't have 14 armor that she can. It's gonna have negative armor, so it's gonna take more damage. Winter Wyvern doesn't have 14 armor. Legion doesn't have 14 armor. Breaking doesn't have 14 armor. Nobody has 14 armor in enemy team. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Exactly what I was talking about before. Look at the range when he's hitting this camp. Look at this. Like, how is that allowed even? Like, it's so big, They can... Yeah. So... If there are any team fight where the opponents are sort of in the straight line, which means that you could position yourself and take fights correctly. I'll talk about it after we watch this. It just goes in, hits two people, like that. 4 hits with one without W. So without the minus damage for this, without the bonus damage from this, just 4 hits of support. Could have probably two-shot him with the W. But yeah. Look at that. Legion just lost 1000 HP of 2 hits without W again. So it's a lot. So as I was saying before, you sort of just want to push the pace whenever you have an Aegis and just run at the opponents. You're very, very fast because of the blink, and the opponents are obviously really slow because of the your psionic trap. You also have a lot more vision over the map because of your ultimate. You have 8 traps at level 11. I mean the level whenever you're taking this level 2, so level 12. But afterwards you just have a lot of vision over the opponents. So what you're trying to do is get vision over on the hills basically, or where people are going through. So let me pause this a bit, because this is I was talking about something like this. You see, this trap is really good because if opponents are coming like this, you will see them. Same as this one. You will obviously see where the opponents are moving towards and sort of, you know, from where they're coming. Like this. It's really, really good trap placement that he's doing right now. That was what I was trying to say, but the teamfight broke out, so let's watch this right now. It's going to support. You should be focusing support, exactly like he's doing right now. Yeah, Raking almost died. Look at Mirana. Half HP because of the side blades. Hitting his sinking. The opponents almost died. Half HP of Raking. Raking is dead. Mirana half HP. Just, he's not even hitting the opponents and they're still dying because of this spell. It's Dragonlance level 10. Tell. So it's really, really good. Oh yeah, what I was trying to say, another thing, is how you're trying to fight, right? So you want to sort of fight in this type of places. Exactly like this. If you were here, the opponents can't really be in a lot of places, only sort of uphill, right? So if you're hitting like this, you're guaranteed to hit them. Instead of fighting somewhere like open in the mid lane, let's say. You know, the opponents can be on this hill, anywhere. In the rivers. So you try to fight in confined spaces, sort of like this, like a hill. When one team is on the other side, then the other team is on this side. So you're just sort of guaranteed to hit them. Same as this, right? One team is here, one team would be here, or here. Obviously, you want to be on the high ground and hit people from low ground, because you don't want to have the uphill mischance and the vision disadvantage. So let's go player perspective. As you can see, after he got the Aegis, he just went in and fought the enemies and killed them a lot. There's no point in farming anymore whenever you have this type of items. They're just so much stronger than the opponents that it's really easy for you to kill them. He just bought a BKB, as you can see. He's just going to expire the Aegis suit most likely. He's just going to expire and then he will have another power spike, which is the BKB. He isn't really forced to use it when he has Aegis, because you don't really care if you die with a Aegis or not. Right now they're just pushing. They're pushing a lot. Raking is dead. Obviously, didn't really matter. Even if Raking was alive, I'm 100% sure he would push. You see, Aegis expires right now. He still has a BKB. He's still strong. If you want for something like an MKB, which let's say is going for next, at least this is the plan, he would be weak right now, or weaker than usual, because Invoker could combo him with, you know, meteor or something like that, meteor deafening blast, with a duel on top of him, blade mail, blink from that guy. He would most likely die, but since he has a BKB, he's not really afraid of anything. So yeah, this is sort of what you're trying to do. The hero is really good at, feels really good at playing from ahead your opponents, because you can easily snipe them. Everyone in the opponent team most likely dies in like 2-3 shots. You don't really want to go for a really defensive build on this hero. You're sort of trying to burst people exactly like he did right there. As you can see, he just killed one guy, Invoker, and he's killing Legion inside the duel. Very, very easy. This is all because of the BKB and the network advantage that he was able to achieve because of the map pressure that you're able to put on the enemies. Since you farm a lot more faster, you have more items, and that they can't really do anything to you. As you can see right here, he went inside 1v5, killed Invoker, killed Legion, and only then his team like joined him. So yeah, the hero feels really, really strong right now. Obviously, try not to pick it against known counters such as Venomancer, Viper, stuff that I said before, or maybe a lot of a lot of stuns from team that you really need BKB early. You sort of want to buy these small items and then the BKB only. As you can see, just solo kill 2 cores, still half HP, has a regen rune, and I can just press it and still be super strong. His farm is insane at this moment. I know I've said that usually you can have a lot more farm early game, but yeah, this is 19,000 net worth at 25 minutes, really strong. Especially 301 less hits in 25 minutes. Just because of the hero's nature. And as you saw, he was really going for the enemies, ganking them and trying to get kills instead of just AFK farming. And look at that Invoker, that's enemy mid laner. Just dies instantly. I mean, obviously he doesn't have any armor, but still. It's an insane amount of damage that you're able to deal. Especially since he doesn't even have the Desolator. It's on Courier right now. I mean, not the Desolator, the MKB. Yeah, so imagine just hitting this Invoker right now with this Monkey Keyboard from Backpack. The game is sort of over right now. And I'm pretty sure the opponents gave up mentally. Because they can't really do anything to this TA. They sort of have to get the perfect jump. However, that's the issue with this hero. Because if you don't get the perfect jump, he's just gonna kill everyone. Roche is up soon again, and she can just take the Aegis, and you have no play for her. You can't really kill her twice. BKB with Aegis, she's whatever there would be. Let's see this ranking. 1 shot, 2, 3 shots. I mean, obviously has a DD, but again, he missed the melt, so it's just super strong. I'm sure, yeah, as I said, you can just take a second rush and then sort of try to end the game. Other items that you might want to consider besides this, I don't know if you should go for MKB. I mean, I'm sure you shouldn't really go for MKB unless the opponents have evasion. You should most likely get the what's it called? Daedalus, because it increases the damage by a lot more. You don't really care about the magical damage, because you can't really hit the opponents with magical damage. But Psy Blades, since Daedalus gives you more damage than MKB, just base damage, As we can see right here, Daedalus is plus 88 damage, and MKB is only 40 damage. So it's an increase of 48 damage on the Psy Blades, and that's pure damage. And also, whenever you're critting, you just crit the sort of in the back also, since they will take the full entire damage. MKB doesn't really do that. He just went for MKB because this guy has a Radiance and he knows he's going for Halberd, so he sort of needs MKB. That's the reason why he went for that. Obviously, MKB is pretty good if you think that the opponents have a lot of armor. Obviously, you could theoretically go for MKB instead of Desolator if the opponents have a lot of armor, as I said. For example, they have, I don't know, TB or something like that with a lot of armor. So you sort of can get magical damage instead of just reducing their 40 armor to like nothing, So yeah, this is sort of how you're supposed to play TA right now, I believe. So this Hurricane makes the hero, the Dragoness, not even Hurricane, makes the hero a lot stronger. As for talents, as I said, you can go for level 10 Psy Blades range, and he went for Psionic Trap damage. I believe that's just for cutting the opponents off, because they could just split push theoretically with Invoker Boots of Travel, right, and set up with Legion in the trees with the Blink, something like that. Mirana also with the Moonlight Shadow, so that's why he went for the Psionic Trap, I believe. You can kill waves with this. You have 2 traps, you can kill a wave, especially if you have the talent. If you're playing a lot of physical damage, against a lot of physical damage, you can get that evasion tele level 15. Level 20, -3 meld armor reduction. He could have went for meld dispel this game also, because they had a few stuff that could dispel. You can get dispel if you're playing sort of against Bounty Hunter, let's say, and he tracks you, so you want to be invis. People that have Cold Snap, for example, in this game, Invoker, Winter Wyvern Q, you could dispel it. So there are some spells that you can dispel, obviously. Sometimes it's really good to get Mel dispel. Another example would be Slaughter Ultimate Corrosive Haze. But usually you want to go for -3 meld armor reduction. And at level 25, 1 second melt hit bash, you could go for this. Usually I go for this because you can just you know, bash people. Obviously is really, really strong. You can stop TPs and also stop people in their BKB, because you can't really buy Abyssal anymore, especially not on range heroes, since of the small, you know, cast range for it. So this is really, really good as an addition to having, you know, some stuns slow for the opponents, so you can hit them even longer, so you don't have to rely on your teammates as much. +8 refraction instances is decent. However, I wouldn't really go for that unless I'm playing against Omni Slash, I mean Juggernaut, you know, something like that that's single target and it's an important spell. Or maybe Sven ultimate, I mean Sven in general, and Sven just hits you a lot. +8 instances on refraction would be really, really good. But there aren't really a lot of instances when you want to go for the first level 25 talent. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Hopefully we learned something. Have a nice day.